So, Doc, the latest expose, which I put out this week, is the shocking conduct of the outgone finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. His last days in office, his parting gift to Ghana, what he left us with. Such a putrefying mess. So he left office on the 14th of February, 2024. 5 days before he left, he signed these letters. On the 9th of February 2024, he signed this letter addressed to the Minister for Health under the heading Re-Establishment of Letters of Credit in favor of MS Service Ghana Auto Group Limited to procure spare parts for 307 units of ambulance vehicles. And I read, please refer to the Ministry of Health, letter number MOHK 83-17-1701, dated 6 December 2023, on the above subject. We write to acknowledge receipt of your request for an amount of 34,904,505 United States dollars for the procurement of spare parts for the maintenance of the 307 Mercedes-Benz ambulances purchased in 2019. The ministry is only able to fund up to the tune of $10 million out of the amount requested, and recommends that the Ministry of Health finances the difference through the NHIA. Please take note of this.
So please,
finances the difference.
Give me the date for this letter.
This is 9 February 2024.
Okay.
9 February 2024. And it says that the Ministry of Finance would pay $10 million. And the NHIA should be responsible for the balance, the $24.9 million. And he signs, Ken Ofori-Atta, Minister for Finance. This is copied to the Minister of State, Minister of Finance, the Honorable Deputy Ministers, the Chief Director of Ministry of Health, the Acting Director of Budget, Ministry of Finance. That same day, Ken Ofori-Atta wrote a second letter, this time addressed to the Controller and Accountant General, Accra. I read, the establishment of letters of credit in favor of Service Ghana Auto Group Limited to procure spare parts for 307 units of ambulance vehicles. Please refer to the Ministry of Health letter MOHK 83-17-17-01 dated 6 December 2023 on the above subject. Authority is hereby conveyed to you to release the sum of $10 million to the ministry, to the Minister for Health. $10 million to the Minister for Health to enable him pay for the procurement of spare parts for 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances. This is critical because we'll be coming to the Ministry of Health's very dishonest, disingenuous, bogus response to this scandal. We'll come to this. So just take note of this. The $10 million was to be released to the Minister for Health, not to any secretariat. Minister for Health, to enable him pay for the procurement of the spare parts. 3, the amount of $10 million being the equivalent of 120,711 Ghana cedis at the exchange rate of $1 to 12.0711 Ghana cedis should be charged as per the attached specific warrant. 4, the Controller and Accountant General is also requested to arrange with the Bank of Ghana to establish letters of credit to the tune of $10 million, which amounts to 120.7 million Ghana cedis when converted at an exchange rate of $1 to 12.07 Ghana cedis. By copy of this letter, the Chief Director, Ministry of Health, is being informed that any unforeseen charges that may arise because of this transaction will be charged to the Ministry of Health's 2024 Goods and Services budget. Thank you. And this is Ken Ofori-Atta, Minister for Finance, signing this letter. When I intercepted these letters, I decided to follow through to see if there has been any action on this by the Controller Accountant General. So I intercepted the payment systems, the GIFMIS system. And you see here from these intercepted payment vouchers, monies that have been paid. All of this are monies paid to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited between
That
2020.
company.
That company. All of these are all payments. All these are all payments.
Three.
Oh yes, only Service Auto.
All the three.
All the three, from 2020 to now. It's a very, very special company.
All the three.
Oh, they pay them so promptly. Every month they are getting something. They pay them so promptly. Before this $34.9 million, our tracking of the GIFME system reveals that they have paid them 115 million Ghana cedis
For what?
for servicing of ambulances. 150 between 2020 and 2023.
Okay.
100, and I'll give copies to you. You can go through every month. So when we tracked the progress of these instructions by Ken Oforiatta, we discovered that the Controller Accountant General is a very obedient public servant. Very promptly, 23rd February 2024, he released the money, 120,711,000 Ghana cedis. And this is the description. Being the release of funds for the establishment of letters of credit to procure spare parts for 307 unit ambulance vehicles received by Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, MOHHQGS00124RW is the invoice number. You see it? We have all the trackings of this payment. That disingenuous, dishonest statement from the Ministry of Health is claiming that $34.9 million has not been paid. Who has said that $34.9 million has been paid? Who said that? The letters are intercepted and published. I stated clearly that the $34.9 million, $10 million has been paid. We have tracked, we've looked into the GIFME system. 120.7 million has been released, which is the $10 million, following the instruction from Ken Oforiatta. Indeed, the reason why I have gone to IOCO, pardon me, the OSP, the Office of a Special Prosecutor, is to stop the imminent payment of the balance. All the interceptions I'm doing, the sources I'm talking to, they are hurriedly trying to close this deal to pay the balance. So if you read my letter, my complaint to the OSP, look at the reliefs I'm seeking. Relief number 4. I state emphatically, and this is 22nd July 2024, I state that you take urgent steps in the supreme national interest to stop the imminent payment of the remaining $24,904,505 United States dollars, pending the final determination of your investigations. So how can anybody say that I have said that $34.9 million? And that's what they do. The Doma is MP2. That's what he went around saying. So because of that, I should apologize. Where did I say that 34.9 million? And it's deliberate. Let's create obfuscation. Let's muddy the waters. Let's distort what he has said, and create the impression that somebody is lying. Meanwhile, they are the bloody liars. Look, people shouldn't joke with our anger. We are losing it. Now, let me come to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited.
Okay.
The Auditor General in 2022 conducted a special audit into the servicing of these ambulances and how they were being managed by the National Ambulance Service. I have a copy of that report here. Doc, I haven't read anything more damning in my life. Look, we've seen damning Auditor General's report. This one is like a horror movie. So the Auditor General's report is titled Performance Audit Report of the Auditor General on Fleet Management of the National Ambulance Service. Doc, every single paragraph of this Auditor General's report is just horrendous. Horrendous. Let me read paragraph 7. This is what the Auditor General discovered. We also noted that the National Ambulance Service processed and paid for labor to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, a third-party service provider, with inflated invoices. Inflated invoices. Despite the service provider using National Ambulance Service staff to carry out the maintenance works. Can you believe that? They were using workers of the National Ambulance Service. They don't even have adequate staff. In addition to that, they inflate the invoices. That's why it's one of the things I've asked the OSP to investigate. That's criminal. It's fraudulent. Inflation of invoices. Doc, you haven't heard the words. Let's continue. We also noted that from January to August 2020, National Ambulance Service engaged workshops outside the 5 listed workshops that had standing contract with the service. We observed, for instance, National Ambulance Service referred the maintenance of the ambulances to Luxury World Auto Group Limited, and in some cases, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, both of which did not have any agreement at the time. Can you believe that? And indeed, if you read the Ministry of Health's statement, they confirm that they signed an agreement with this company, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, on September 10, 2020. September 10. But from January 2020, they had given them the ambulances to service, and we were paying them. Can you believe that? On what basis? No contract, no agreement. And their statement, self-incriminating, further confirming everything that we have put out on this matter. So why were they handing over the ambulances to them and paying them from January to September? You haven't heard the worst, Doc. You haven't heard the worst. Paragraph 75. In addition, records from the Registrar General's Department revealed that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited was registered on 24th April 2020. April 2020. And yet, they called them Mumbra Service Ambulance in January, when they were not a company. They were not legally registered. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And this is a company that before this $34.9 million has received 150 million Ghana cedis. 150 million Ghana. You can go through. You can go through.
For servicing ambulances.
For servicing ambulances.
And they are paid promptly.
Very promptly. Every month. Go through. Every month there's something they are collecting.
So all these 3 books are payment vouchers. Only them.
Only them. Only Service Ghana Auto Group Limited. Only them. Very special company, and very soon you know why.
Okay.
I'm coming to that. You appreciate why they are so special.
Right.
When contractors were complaining, going on demonstration, they are not paying us and all of that. As we speak, CTAC is still on strike. CLOSAC went on strike. Despite all of the haircuts, everybody is
pensioner bondholders.
Pensioner bondholders. It didn't affect, they were in a different economy.
Right.
Never affected Service Ghana Auto. Never affected them. You understand why?
Interestingly, this was during COVID.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
During COVID.
Okay.
2020.
Okay.
The COVID didn't affect them.
Right.
Yeah. COVID never affected them. Let me continue. Records from the Registrar General's Department revealed that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited was registered on 24th April 2020. Therefore, from January to April 2020, when National Ambulance Service referred maintenance works to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, it was not a registered company with the Registrar General's Department. Details on Mercedes-Benz Sprinter ambulances maintained at SGAGL prior to signing an MOU is presented in this report as Appendix G. And they present a detailed report of how they handed over the ambulances to this company when they were not even registered, when they didn't even have a contract in January of 2020. Very, 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 very shocking. Paragraph 76. Furthermore, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited was registered to do business in the sale of motor vehicles, motor vehicle parts and accessories but not maintenance of vehicles. Dog, this is important. Not maintenance of vehicles. Thus, SGAGL did not have the required expertise or skill and labor for maintenance of the vehicles. This was evident when we visited and inspected the workshops. Service Ghana Auto Group Limited had one staff, only one staff, at National Ambulance Service Workshop in Accra, and only two at the Kumasi Workshop, specialized in air conditioning or electrical works. See picture 7 and 8. Then it continues at paragraph 77. 8 months after doing business with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited, and 5 months after the company was registered, the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives, now Special Development Initiative Secretariat, on 10 September 2020, signed an MOU with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited.
Wearing part of the 5, they
Yes.
were still giving them
They
the
were
jobs.
still giving them the jobs.
Okay.
The agreement requires Service Ghana Auto Group Limited to be the sole workshop to maintain all 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter ambulances. Contrary to this agreement, National Ambulance Service on 24 September 2021 and 26 October 2020 referred maintenance of the Mercedes-Benz ambulances to EOB Enterprise amounting to over 40,000 Ghana cedis and 37,000 cedis respectively. In the instance, National Ambulance Service had disregarded the MOU it had with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited to be the sole workshop. Clearly, National Ambulance Service was struggling, so they had to find other ways. Page 35 of this report, the Auditor General concludes that the MOU with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited did not inure to the benefit of the National Ambulance Service. Clauses 1.3 of the MOU with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited stipulates that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited shall provide all necessary labor, professional, supervisory, and personnel required to perform maintenance services at the National Ambulance Service workshops. Proposals made by the company to qualify for the contract to provide services presupposes that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited had a complement of staff at the workshop needed for all works required. In the contrary, we noted during our audit that Service Ghana Auto Group Limited used National Ambulance Service staff to carry out maintenance of the ambulances at National Ambulance Service Workshop located in Kolebu and Tafo Agric Directorate in Kumasi. National Ambulance Service staff were used for maintenance works and their services paid by the service to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited while they were on the National Ambulance Service payroll. So National Ambulance staff do the work and then the payment goes to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited. At the Kolebu workshop, National Ambulance Service had 6 staff and Service Ghana Auto Group Limited had only 1 staff. While at the Kumasi workshop, National Ambulance Service staff had 5. Service Ghana Group Limited had only 2. As our observation shows, out of the 14 staff working in both Kumasi and Kolebu workshops, only 3 are staff of Service Ghana Auto Group Limited. And yet they are receiving all the payments. Despite National Ambulance Service staff working on the ambulances, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited charged National Ambulance Service for cost of labor for all maintenance activities carried out. The very staff that we found to have carried out the maintenance for which Service Ghana Auto Group Limited invoiced National Ambulance Service were on National Ambulance Service staff payroll. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? We also noted that it was not uncommon for National Ambulance Service technicians to travel to ambulance locations to work on ambulance on behalf of Service Ghana Auto Group Limited. After the National Ambulance Service had completed maintenance works on the ambulances, Service Ghana Auto Group Limited presented an invoice to National Ambulance Service for payment. What is happening in this country? Look, when you go through all of this, it is clear that this company should rather have been blacklisted. You don't give them another contract.
So let me understand something.
And let me quickly come to page 41 and read the management response. Okay. Just in case, sometimes auditors make some findings and management wants to challenge and all of that. Paragraph 91, page 41, management response. Management of National Ambulance Service has agreed to all the findings and recommendations for implementation. It stated that the Special Development Initiative Secretariat has been informed to review the service maintenance agreement signed with Service Ghana Auto Group Limited. This has not been done. Service Ghana is supposed to refund money to Ghana, according to this Auditor General's report. Yes, yes, and you haven't done that. You haven't done that. It's here. Service Ghana Auto, that's page 11, XI. Service Ghana Auto Group, Animano Osu Bedu, refunds 39,680 Ghana and 18,870 respectively. It's supposed to be refunded money. Management has agreed that they will review, because this Auditor General says this agreement, this contract, it does not inure to the benefit of National Blood Service. After all of this, Finance Minister, you are aware, we are all giving copies of this report. He has a copy. The Auditor General says all MPs, all ministers. Then you are leaving office. After all the havoc you have wreaked, financial haircut. I mean, we will never forgive this. Our senior citizens, the aged, they can't have access to their own life savings to buy medicine. It's so heart-wrenching. After all you've done to us, then you issue this letter. When you are aware of this Auditor General's report, a company that should be blacklisted. Look, if you divide $34.9 million by the 307 ambulances, it means for one ambulance, we are being billed $113,000. Can you believe that?
For parts.
For spare parts. I went on the Mercedes-Benz website. At $113,000, they are asking you to order brand new, fully equipped.
No, but we bought those ambulances
yes,
at
133, which includes insurance, clearing, and all of that.
133.
At 133.
And we intend to spend 113,000 for
spare parts. After we have spent 150 million Ghana cedis, you have to add that. So if you add the 150 million to this $34.9 million, this company for just spare parts is pocketing over 650 million Ghana cedis.
So help me with something. Where did this company come from? Where did they get the expertise that convinced the ambulance service that even though they were not part of the 5, they had some superior expertise, for which reason even the 5 companies that have been doing work with ambulance service for years should be yanked off for them to be given an exclusive contract?
Doc, your question is even generous. They were not even a company.
At the time they were given the jobs. They were not even a
company. In January 2020, they incorporated it 24th April. So they just called friends, cronies, nepotistic elements. Hey, ambulance, no be true. And in another part, I will expose how the ambulances arrived. That is another scandal on its own.
Okay.
We will get there later.
Okay.
So they just called cronies. They were not even a company. Can you believe that? And this is the Auditor General.
So as at January, when they were giving them jobs, this company did not exist.
It didn't exist.
They had no track record.
No track
They had
record.
done no work.
No, nothing. Meanwhile, this is a country with companies in the auto service industry for decades. Mercedes-Benz has an official agent in Ghana, certified. We have the mechanical Lloyds. We have the Toyota Ghanas and all of, name them. All of these reputable auto companies, we could not find any of them to use. We had to call cronies, call friends.